It's pretty cool out today, so we might actually be able to get the whole video in the car without, like, the constant interruptions of it being too hot in here. So anyway, yay! Yay, as always! Woo! I expressed all of my energy actually watching the race. I didn't get nearly enough sleep last night. I was up all night playing iRacing. The Discord can confirm this. Oh, man. But it doesn't change the fact that I enjoyed watching that. I mean, kind of. As a whole, I didn't really think the race was that exciting. But hey, Truex won! Woo! Let's talk about that. Hey, I like the sound of that. Okay, so... I do like the qualifying, same-day qualifying as the race. I do like that. There are a few concerns, though, with it. Like, not even being able to prepare the backup car in time. That is a concern. Especially when the backup car apparently can't have an engine or drivetrain in it. When did that happen? Furniture Row Racing, could you help me out on this? I'm sure you have the information. Because no one else does, because that was the first time I heard of it was this weekend when Boris Said destroyed his car. Isn't that sad? Boris Said destroys his car in his final race. Except it wasn't the race when it happened, so you know what? Same thing. That's it's whatever, who cares? Yeah, as far as everything concerning the 78 team, you see, because this was a very not pit road emphasis race. There was very little emphasis on pit road in today's event. The only thing that I can actually remember in pit road was the incident between Moffitt and Harvick. And if I, didn't like Brett Moffitt as much as I do and wanted him to save his career as much as I want him to, I probably still would have cared about it because that was an interesting incident that took place. The point is, yeah, I can't complain about the crew. They did good. And especially with the saving fuel there at the end. I'm going to be honest, I thought Kenseth was going to get there. I didn't think Blaney would run out as early as he did. I thought he would run out on the final lap at the latest, but he didn't. Yeah. You see, it's strange, because Truex had so much fuel there at the end. He was able to do so much burnouts and stuff. But Blaney ran out with 2 to go. Like, was he really not saving that much? Fuel mileage is weird. I don't know. I'm not smart enough for that, apparently. Yeah, crew did great. Cole did great. Truex did great, just like Kentucky, except without the stage wins, obviously. If we actually want to talk about the race in this race review, we could, potentially. There's always... I don't know what to talk about. This, you see, man, Watkins Glen has been disappointing the past couple of years. I think we were spoiled from 2012 to 2014. That span of 3 years, I feel like we were very spoiled as far as those races were concerned. They were all good. They were all good. They were so good. And then we got 2015, which was meh. 2016, which was better, but not great. Then 2017, which was meh. I don't know. I'd say it was a 4 out of 10 race. 6 out of 10. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat watching that, but, I had investment in the driver, so I don't know if my experience can count objectively for the actual quality of this race. Yeah. Man, the Glen's been disappointing lately. Which was the better road course race this year? I'm gonna go with Sonoma. I really enjoyed that fuel run at the end of Sonoma. There weren't any bullshit cautions today. That was good. That was a nice change of pace. But at Sonoma, that final run where everyone was coming and going, I really enjoyed watching that. I don't know if it was on as edge of my seat entertainment as this was, but because I had so much investment in Truex winning, I mean, I was obviously going to be invested in that, but objectively, as far as actual, if I could watch this race in a vacuum, I'd say the Sonoma race was more exciting. I think that fuel mileage races are great at 1.5-mile tracks, not so much at road courses. I feel like stock cars at road courses need to be like 2012 to 2014, which is just a bunch of drivers racing as hard as they can every single second. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good stuff. Can we do more of that? And you saw how many wrecks took place during practice. How many single car spins. You really couldn't be as aggressive this year as probably in years past. I don't know what the low downforce package is doing as far as that's concerned, but it feels like you can't be as aggressive because you're spinning out. That's just what I think anyway. I mean, I've only ever done, Sonoma in iRacing. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. The Cup race that took place yesterday, was that more exciting than this one? No. No, it's not even close. Yeah. Gotta love Cup doubleheader weekends. Those are the best ones. I mean, I know IndyCar started doing that at some places. Graham Rahal swept both of those. Kyle Busch almost swept both of them this time, but, crazy things happen, right? Okay, this is a short video. I was hoping this would be a long one. I wanted to talk about the actual race. There was an ARCA race today. Austin Theriault finished third and Dalton Sargent wrecked. So that means Theriault moves up further in the standings. I mean, he was already first, so he moves further ahead than he was before. That's what I meant. Yes, okay, good things are happening to Austin Theriault for once. Goodness gracious, it only took 5 fucking years, man. Oh, man, what to talk about regarding this race? I don't have anything. This was a very meh race. There's no moment that I can point to and say that was a must-see moment in a Watkins Glen race. Because fucking Rudimann's wreck. That's a must-see moment. Yeah! This was a Watkins Glen race weekend. We didn't have one huge catastrophic wreck. A clean Watkins Glen weekend. The most we had was a fucking 2-car spin. But at least it was between drama queens. Unfortunately, there wasn't a post-race fight. If it happened later in the race, I think there would have been, and that would have been very entertaining, but... Yeah, no spectacular Watkins Glen crash. Where are all the spectacular crashes this season? What happened? Did we use them all up at Daytona? Goodness gracious, anyway, man, I've got nothing. I won money on DraftKings, that's good. That doesn't have anything to do with the race, though, so... Yeah, I got nothing. This race was 4 out of 10 from start to finish. I'd say the last lap bumped it up to a 6, but that's only because Truex won. It was a meh race. Not as good as last year at the Glen. Next week's Michigan. Oh, Lee Diffie. Shout out to that man. Bagley. Everyone on that broadcast. Fantastic calls. Wow. Combined with the video production, the production quality, and that broadcast with the radio style calls. Oh, that was good shit. More of that, please. More of that. That was good. NBC could legitimately be the best broadcasting of NASCAR if they did that week in and week out. Maybe not every week. Maybe not at like 1.5-mile tracks. Maybe like at the unique places like, the big fucking 2 miles tracks, then the road courses, then like Daytona and Pocono. I don't know. Everything except for the 1.5-mile tracks is basically what I'm trying to say right now. If they did that, that'd be pretty good. I'd like that. Mostly because Lee Diffie is good to listen to. He's such a cool voice. All right. All right. It's, God, what's the word? It's exotic. There we go. Exotic. It's an exotic voice. And it makes the races have a flair of elegance to them. But I think I said that like 5 times in the Xfinity race reaction, so. Whatever. Man, I'm really stretching this video. Oh, man. Oh, man. Could you... I really think Almirola's gonna win. Man, if he didn't get injured, I would have totally called him winning the Richmond Chase cutoff race, but now I'm not too sure. I mean, he got a 13th in the shit show Brickyard 400, but yeah. And then, oh man, he turned less than 1 lap last week. I don't even know where he finished like 21st this week, but you know, it's a fuel mileage race, so what does that even mean? Oh man, there's no way to gauge Eric Almirola returning from his injury, and that's sad. I was hoping he'd do good this season, and then he got injured because fuck it. Yep. Anyway, this video is already 11 minutes longer than it should have been. Yay, Truex won. I'm too tired to be excited, but 4 wins. Replay the, Dover race review if you want to see excitement, but I'm too tired for that, so good job to the Furniture Row Racing team. I really didn't get to see the, interim pit crew guys in action, but good job to them. Good job to them as always. And, yeah, I've got nothing. So, yeah, I've got nothing. Yay, Truex won.